Tickets for the Dial Tone Tour are on sale now, and we are coming to you in Boston, New York, DC, Nashville, Atlanta, Durham, North Carolina, Las Vegas, Nevada, Salt Lake City, Utah, and finally, Denver. Get your tickets now. Last time I checked, New York and Durham, North Carolina had less than 50 tickets available, and the meet and greets in all shows were on the verge of selling out. And of course, I'm excited to announce that Boston, New York, and Las Vegas will be Bachelor shows. The perfect Bachelor. With the Bachelor boys, Jay Putnam, Will Whitmore, and Eric Striffler. So if you want to come on down and find love with one of these hunky guys live on stage in front of a crowd, get on down to one of those shows. Last year was so instantly fun. It was great meeting all of you. And this show is going to be a little bit different. Obviously, the meat and potatoes, the advice, the problems that we solve live on stage, those will be different because it'll be different people we bring up. But then also the intro stand-up pieces and crowd work bits and kind of technical elements of the show, both in the beginning and in the finale, will be completely different and unique. We're writing a new show. So come on down. We sold out almost all the shows last time, and I hope we do this time too. So get your tickets to make sure you see it. Bye. Enjoy the episode.
This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Tuna salad is back.
Yeah.
And it's better than ever.
I agree.
A protein-enriched soft meal.
Yes. Very soft.
Very soft. Very soft as a food.
Are you going to do a chicken salad or tuna salad?
I'm not doing chicken salad. There's something about that feels wrong to me.
Thank you.
And bird flu is on the rise, and I don't want to fuck with it.
Bad news.
What's that? Uh-oh.
Yesterday, I just saw a recall of tuna.
No way! I had tuna for salad today.
You just halfway through like... They said there's botulism in it. Do we know what that is?
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah.
That's botulism is why you can't eat raw milk or whatever. What the fuck, right?
When I hear botulism, I think zombie. and that's all that's connecting. I go, there's zombie?
There's zombies in the milk and the tuna. Well, I will say I had a tuna salad, and guess what? Instead of a little pickle on the side, pickled carrot.
No.
Yeah.
You're dark.
No. You little
you're
fucking fool, man. You're fucked up.
Fucked up.
But I just loved it. It was a protein-enriched meal. It was between two slices of bread, and guess what? There was a frisee salad on it.
So wait, that's a tuna sandwich.
Yeah.
You said salad?
Well, tuna salad on a sandwich.
No, that's
tuna
not how that
sandwich.
works.
Sorry, what? You're telling me you're having a tuna sandwich that's just tuna, no tuna salad?
Tuna salad?
Yeah, tuna salad sandwich.
I guess me being debonair and eclectic, I was thinking you were maybe talking about a salad niçoise.
There was a niçoise. Excuse me. There was a niçoise on the tuna salad on the sandwich.
So it was like, okay, I'm
so
locked
there was
in.
a frisee.
It wasn't just like a classic tuna sandwich. It was a tuna salad.
Are you out of your mind? Are you having when you think tuna sandwich, is it like a piece of like a full piece of tuna?
No,
that's insane.
I'm thinking you mix the tuna up. You get it all
but no mayo, because that makes a tuna salad to me.
No, okay, so this is where we differ.
You think that tuna
when
salad?
I hear salad, I think salad on a plate.
Where we differ?
I guess, but you're right. If you say egg salad sandwich,
yeah,
and you're saying tuna salad
because
sandwich.
Someone's like, I'm having an egg salad. Do you think it's an egg on greens?
A little.
You're insane. You're actually
egg
insane.
salad.
And I'm joined, of course, on the show by Jeremy Culhane.
Yes.
And obviously, you know Jeremy from Artist on Artist on Artist, as well as many of the other guest starring roles, Heathers, etc. Jeremy, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm a little fucked up.
Holy shit, this guy's fucking crazy. Dark mode enabled. Well, Jeremy, what makes you perfect to be on the show today to answer people's calls and give them advice?
I'm a really, I do a lot of therapy.
Really?
I do so much therapy.
Therapy guy. Same therapist for years, or you change him up?
No, I
swap
just
him in?
found, so this is fun. I was throwing up for like 2 years. No idea. Yeah. But
Wait,
the other
what does
way,
that mean? Wait, what does that mean?
But I was just throwing up. I cannot tell you why, but I was just throwing up for 2 years every day.
Every day?
Went to so many doctors.
Oh my God, that's
They
horrible.
did test after test after test. After a while, they just said, go see a therapist, man.
Wait,
like, they were
really?
frustrated at me.
Oh my God, that's so annoying.
I talked to this, what are they called?
Gastro?
Yeah,
GI?
GI.
Joe?
GI. Who? Gastroenterologist.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Okay,
That's
sure.
it.
Yeah.
And he was like, they stuck a tube down my mouth.
Oh.
He was kind of pissed they didn't find anything bad. I
guy's
I don't
looking
know.
for
Just go see a
clues.
therapist. Yeah. He was like, you got nothing, kid. Go see a therapist.
What a dick.
But he was right.
Really? And would you find that it was nerves? It was nervy
It was
energy?
something.
It was some sort of
It was
nervous...
something like.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it was? Actually, I realized I was disconnected. Wow, so deep.
I'm ready to, by the way, we have a Get Real segment at the end, but we're doing it up top. So
yeah.
it was that you talked to the therapist and the therapist said you're vomiting.
I was 6. And,
No fucking way.
Perfect. All of them at the same time. No, yeah. So I met with this therapist, somatic therapist. It's great. Do it.
Yeah.
It was a disconnection between my mind and my body. So, and I thought, I'm not a hoogie bougie kind of guy.
You're not putting crystals up your butt.
No. But maybe now.
Maybe now.
Maybe now. No, but then the more I talked, the more I was like, oh yeah, I'm really good at explaining things in my head of what's wrong. Like, I can be like, oh yeah, this what's wrong and this what's wrong and this why,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't feel it.
Yeah,
and my body was like, after years and years and years and years of not feeling it, it was having a reaction.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I also feel like there's sometimes like a physical symptom can manifest where you double down mentally on the physical symptom. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yes.
And it's sort of as like you're conditioning I kind of had that with like stomach pain for a while where I had hernia surgery where they put, when they put their finger in your balls and they ask you to cough.
And you go,
and he found something.
Oh,
something popped
scary.
out. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and he was like, you have a hernia. You have to get to surgery. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I never knew why they did this until now when he found like a hole in my ball sack.
That's
it wasn't
terrifying.
my ball sack. It was inside my body. Everyone relax.
Relax. It wasn't his testes.
My balls are fine, but I did have to get hernia surgery. And then afterward, like I was so worried I had stomach. Like I would go back over and over and over and be like, are you sure? Like the meshes, whatever. And he's like, you're fine. You're totally fine.
Yeah.
You're totally fine. But I just could feel it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's like completely different from what I'm talking about. But like, yeah, no, I'm kidding.
All aboard!
All right.
Misogyny alert!
Okay, so
Did not see where that was going. That's awesome.
so obviously you're not vomiting anymore.
No,
Huge.
it really helped.
That's huge though.
It was great.
Was there one day where you were like, I guess it worked out in the end, and then roll credits?
Well, yeah. And it was just me sitting eating a tuna salad sandwich.
It all
Going,
comes
this is tuna sandwich. Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me.
Turn this back.
It was because of all the tuna sandwich you were eating. Well, Jeremy, we have to get to the calls. Before we do, we have to do the speed round to calibrate your advice.
Okay.
To make sure that we're on the same page, so we go in there and we give people not only the good advice, but advice that's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go in there and I say, you're awesome, and you go and you say, you suck, it's going to be bad for the mental health wise.
Yeah,
they might need a therapist.
Yeah.
So are you ready for the perfect person speed round?
Yes.
Perfect breakfast.
Ooh, egg, bakey, and hash brown.
Holy shit. On a Sammy or separate?
Separate.
Oh my
Sourdough on the side. A little
Toast.
Tabasco on the top.
Oh, I really do like that. That honestly made me hungry. Perfect candle smell.
I'm allergic. Can't do it.
Allergic to candles.
I'm allergic to candles. The podcast is just going to be you realizing I'm very, very
fragile, medically like weak and tiny.
Candles.
I'm allergic to candles and I'm going to vomit if there's a fucking
and if you make me scared, I'm going to vomit.
All candles.
No,
scented only.
Scented. Can't do scented.
Yeah, there's a scented candle.
I get the biggest migraines.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Anybody else? Sound off in the chat. Say me too. Wait, don't say me too.
Wait,
don't
movement,
do that.
But being allergic to candles. Okay, perfect place for a guy's night out.
Ooh, I would say at one of the guys' round table playing a board game.
Oh, I love what's best board game to play.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Really
A great one is the Dune one. This new one
I haven't
called.
played yet.
Oh, it's great.
That
Are you a
seems
board
good.
game guy?
I do like board games, and honestly, I wish that I played more of them.
Yes.
I feel like I've been trying to make time for poker, and to me,
I love poker.
that's a gateway. Check it, Peep it. Poker table right there,
What
over your left
in
shoulder.
the hell?
That's right.
Are you playing online yet?
No, not
Don't do
yet.
it.
I'm not mentally
do
ill
it.
enough to play online.
Yeah, don't do it.
I do have friends that are doing that.
I love poker. I think it's one of the best games
It's
ever.
really
invented.
fun. Hey, next time we do a poker night, I'll invite you. Perfect time and place to have a banana.
Ooh, in the morning in a shake.
Oh, By the way, you were telling me on the cold open all about your shake.
All about my shake that was literally lacking a banana. I ran out of bananas.
A single banana in it. I feel that, by the way, the best bananas are a little green, and maybe I'm crazy for that.
Oh, that is crazy.
Is that crazy? You think that they're better like when it's like, oh, it's soft and sweet and mushy and smells like
no. Overripe? No. Get the banana out of here. I like the perfect yellow.
I like it to have a snap.
Oh, yeah, you're like, like you bite it and you're like, I can't actually just munch through this.
Yeah, it's not mushy. Tear. It's not for babies. It's an adult banana. Perfect sandwich.
Oh, okay. I'm such a big sandwich guy.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Hard for me to choose, but right now on the top of my head, Larchmont wine and cheese.
Oh, fuck. Really good sandwich.
Yeah, the prosciutto one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
No, it's the salami one. Add prosciutto.
Oh, that's nice. Because to me, salami, it's a hard meat. Prosciutto, a little softer. I do like that.
Interesting how your mind works. Salami, hard meat.
Hard meat. I think of a big stick of it. Perfect sandwich. No, sorry. I already asked.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm having an issue. I'm having a mental problem right now. Perfect celebrity.
Perfect celebrity?
Yeah, here we go.
Ooh, Daniel Kaluuya.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I like Daniel Kaluuya.
He's cool.
He is really
You look
cool.
at me and go like, dang, I wish I was cool like
dang, that guy rocks.
Also, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd is, I'm super psyched for that movie that's coming out.
Yeah. Wait, which one is coming out?
It's Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd. It's called Friendship.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
It's like a thriller sort of.
We got to go.
Oh my God.
We got to play poker and then go.
That's a great evening out and then get a sandwich and lunch on wine and cheese. Perfect restaurant.
Perfect restaurant. Mm-hmm. I love a cozy restaurant.
Like a one that seems like it was a dining room for an Italian family and now it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
I agree. I like a cozy. I mean, I love a fancy sort of marble interior
That's
elegance.
always fun.
That's
but
fun,
I kind of love a restaurant where you were on the street and you go like, why don't I just try this place?
Yeah,
you wander and you're like, I've discovered magic.
Yeah, that is the best feeling. I feel like that's a very New York thing is to discover a restaurant.
You can't really do it in LA.
No, because it's like you're never walking.
Yeah, when are you? Let's walk to West Hollywood. That's a 2-hour walk from here.
Jesus, death walk. Perfect way to tell your parents you were famous.
Virtually. I don't know. Tell my parents I'm famous, I guess. I did it. They're so supportive.
Perfect karaoke song.
Perfect karaoke. I do Weezer, Say It Ain't So.
Oh, fuck.
But all the
I
words.
do Sweater Weather.
Oh.
Undone, Sweater Weather song.
No way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My thing that's really annoying to everybody is that I say Wrestle with Jimmy for all the lyrics.
Speak on that.
So you go, wrestle with Jimmy, wrestle with Jimmy. Wrestle with Jimmy.
And what's the vibe in the bar? Like this?
They hate it. They don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't know what's
inside
happening.
joke from college.
Oh my God.
With people that don't live in Los Angeles anymore.
They're not. Where did you go to college, by the way?
TCU.
Texas
Christian University.
Holy shit, JC.
Kind of crazy.
That's kind of wild.
I was not a God guy.
But you went to TCU?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why did you choose to go to TCU when you weren't a God guy?
So what happened was I went to a Catholic school and they were like, here are the options. And then TCU gave me some money. I went to check out. Literally saw the most beautiful people I'd ever seen in my life and went, hot damn, something's going on in Texas.
Oh, wow.
I showed up. They all thought I was gay because I wore Volcom t-shirts. Did not get into
Did
frat.
not crush as much as you wanted to.
I was like, I asked them 2 questions. I was like, is this a big fraternity place? And are there a lot of Christians?
Did you? And they said, yeah.
And no, they said, no, they keep to themselves. And everybody, like, it's a traditionally non-Christian school. Like,
it's called Texas Christian.
Yeah, like, it's just by name. But we don't really have, we make you take one religion class, and it's just because of a liberal arts education.
Oh, interesting.
It's not to be Christian.
But did you rush a frat?
I tried. I hated it. They hated me.
I think I went to I was not planning on rushing a frat at all. My friends were like, we're going to go like see what it's all about. And I was like, okay, there's like one lunch that I'll go to with you. And I hated it so much immediately. Cut to me not getting into any frat parties for like all of school.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how important it was.
I was like, but it also was just like, I don't want to be. What the fuck am I going to do?
Do people go like, are you a GDI?
Yeah, they did say that. Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
UNC Chapel Hill.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of similar vibes, I think.
Very similar. Big frat school for
big
sure.
Frat.
But also just big school. So there's like lots of other stuff to do. Like there was enough kids that like there was a big Greek life, and then I wasn't a part of it.
Yeah,
at all.
that was the same. Like I found my little weirdos, and we just made films together.
Exactly my thing too. Perfect vegetable.
Perfect vegetable?
Yeah.
God, kidding all my favorite categories. If you ask perfect fruit, I would have to leave.
Holy shit.
Perfect vegetable? I think I go cabbage. I know.
How are we preparing that? Cabbage, perfect.
You gotta slice it so thin, and then you put it in like olive oil, and you like kale. You gotta mash it with your hands so it loosens up, and it gets all the bitterness out, and it tastes great.
And then you're just eating it raw but oiled.
Yeah, a little dressing.
A little dressing on there?
Also, I guess what's a vegetable? Do we count sweet potato?
I think sweet potato is a vegetable. I'm not one of those fucking
Do we count
freakos.
potatoes?
Potatoes are also a vegetable, I
I'm
think.
going to say potato.
Best
then.
vegetable, potato. Potatoes are sort of in their own world.
Well, vegetable, it doesn't exist, really. It's just like a idea.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was that
Yeah.
whole bit about that.
That was a whole bit.
There's a whole bit. Were you on that episode?
No.
No, I wasn't. I just saw the clip.
No. There's
He's
nothing
crying.
there.
He's crying. There's nothing else.
And
finally, perfect role to play before you die. It could be a type of role.
Oh my God.
Something you would want to do that'd be fun.
Yeah, like, that would be really fun. Like a Philip Seymour Hoffman kind of freak out in an office role.
That would be so fun, though. Oh, man, that'd be great.
That wouldn't be so fun, of like so impassioned that you break a window. What is that? Like Charlie Wilson's War? Or something? Is that movie that I'm referencing?
Glenn Ross,
Yeah,
sort
so
of.
just like, you don't know the truth.
Breaking a window. That would be crazy. I feel like that would be bad for my mental health.
Literally.
To play a role like that.
I would be so obnoxious after that.
You'd be like, I'm so good at this.
Yeah. I just
sick.
let it, like, I wasn't even thinking.
I feel like I wasn't even thinking. I just fucking shattered the window. I feel that it would be so fun to play, like, even though, like, at this point, ACAB, but I would love to play a detective in a movie.
Yeah, an ACAB detective.
Yeah. I'm like, cops fucking suck, but let's solve this crime.
That would be fun. Can you do, you've just put the clues together.
No.
That was good.
So it would be that. We go, no.
Yeah, because it's bad.
Because I know it's bad. It's going to be bad.
Because somebody's in trouble.
Oh my God. We have to go. Well, Jeremy, that's been the speed round.
Thank you.
And people are hanging by a thread on the phone, and we have to get to them.
Let's do it.
But before we do, if people like the show, then you should rate and subscribe it on every single platform. Hang on, I have to kick on the light. Woo!
What the heck just happened?
Motion sensor lights. That's exactly right.
That seems like a issue.
It always has been. That's right. Over 100 episodes in this studio. Motion sensor lights on every single one. Every 30 minutes. But if you like the show, then you should consider rating and subscribing on every single platform, including Spotify or YouTube. You can subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and also follow us on Instagram so you know when to call in to leave your problems so I can solve them. And if you love the show and you want more of it, well, guess what? Now you can get more. By joining the Patreon, where you can get the ad-free extended version of every single episode, as well as bonus episodes where I call back people from the show. I do twists on the format. All the live episodes are on there, and they're multicammed, and they look all pretty. And get all that and more on Patreon, because guess what? There's literally hundreds of hours you haven't even experienced of the show.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's actually crazy to think about.
Kind of for real crazy to think about.
Yeah.
For real, though. For real.
Like literally for real.
In a real way. That is actually cool.
That's insane.
It's insane. But get it. To get into it. Jeremy, are you ready to take the call?
Let's do it.
Business. How is it done? Something that you think about when you think about awesome businesses is the products they sell. Okay, Heinz, they're selling ketchup. Allbirds, they're selling actually awesome shoes. But an often overlooked secret that is the business behind the business is the business that makes selling simple. Yeah! And that business is Shopify. Because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not so secret with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%. So if you've got a small business or a freaking big business, you better be ready to embrace Shopify so you can sell literally everything. Look, I'm an entrepreneur, okay? I know what a business tool looks like. I use the most trusted business tools when it comes to accounting or payroll. And when it comes to selling, you know that the most trusted business tool is gonna be Shopify. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Heinz uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/perfectperson, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/perfectperson.
Hey, Miles, I saw my brother's credit card statement, and he spent $6,000 on OnlyFans last month.
Woof.
Do I bring this up? Do I broach this topic? Please help. Thank you.
Do you think his brother's really rich?
I know.
That's a crazy amount of money to spend on anything.
Much money.
But it's also like, is that every month that's the amount? Or did he kind of go on a bender and he was like,
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. I went up.
That's just like an unfathomable, that's a mentally ill amount of money to spend on pornography.
I feel like you got to bring it up just to see how that happens.
I'm just curious,
where is that money going actually? I didn't know you could spend that much on OnlyFans.
Well, I guess there's a
tip.
subscription.
I guess it's a tip.
Is it the tip
I didn't
thing?
know that you could tip.
Yeah, I've never spent money on porn ever.
Yeah, because one time in college, I bought my friend a Brazzers subscription for a 1 month, just as a joke.
Yeah, as a joke.
As a joke, we were like, "Oh, dude, like college, we'll buy our friend a Brazzers subscription for a month." That's so funny. Thinking
awesome.
back, disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
And then for months, I couldn't cancel it.
They charged you for months.
They charged me for months.
No.
I kept on trying to call him like, block my credit card.
Stop it, please. They're just laughing on the other end of the phone.
This idiot.
This fucking dumbass. All right, well, we got to call to find out what the hell is good. Hello! Your brother's spending too much money on porn.
Wow.
I'm here with Jeremy
Oh my
Culhane. Hello, and welcome to Perfect Person.
Hi, Miles.
Hi. We're going to need a fake name for this person. Jeremy, what's the fake name for this person?
Defund.
Defund?
Defund the police.
Defund the police. Defund. Sorry, defund what is literally up, and tell me about how old you are and how old your brother is.
We are both legal adults, so that's not an issue.
Thank God.
Okay, that's huge. Great.
Yeah,
Huge.
yeah. I'm 27. My brother's 31.
Okay, your brother's
31.
31. And does your brother, how did you peep his credit card statement?
He has a very, very lightly impacting disability that, like, he has a hard time with executive function. So I keep track of, like, keeping his credit card. You know, hey, bro, did you pay your credit card? Set it up on auto order, whatever, like auto repay. And so my mom and I both have insights into his spending habits.
Oh, got it. So you're sort of helping him organizationally with his finances, et cetera.
Yeah.
And so because of this, you saw that he spent $6,000.
$6,000.
Which is such a high amount of money. It's basically that's a down payment on a house.
Correct.
And was it like one charge OnlyFans $6,000, or was it like thousands of different smaller charges all to OnlyFans?
Spreading the wealth.
When I tell you, this man was on a marathon. It was like charge after charge after charge, all like 6 minutes apart. For like, this man was doing it for like 4 hours.
By the way,
6 minutes and 4 hours.
4 hour
Oh my
bender?
God.
Dang, this guy. I mean, sorry to talk about your brother's masturbation habits, but he really.
No, I'm also sorry.
I mean, that's unbelievable
That's
to me.
unbelievable.
I don't know what your experience, Jeremy, is masturbating.
Let's dive into
Let's
it.
dive into it. But I feel that 4 hours is too long. Too long. Way
Much
too
too
long.
long.
Way too much. much too long. I mean, by the way, when you saw this, like, did this surprise you about your brother?
So my mom has kept me, God love her, has kept me up to date on his spending habits as of recently.
Okay.
And it had always been like triple digit numbers. Homie likes to blow his money in very specific ways. And it's not
OnlyFans.
unlike
Triple
him.
digit on OnlyFans.
Triple digits every month? Triple digits on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And where's your brother's money from, by the way? Does he work? Is it money from disability?
He works.
Okay, got it. He works.
So-
Okay, cool.
He's got a little hot girl job, and he has his little hot girl apartment.
Okay. maybe we don't use hot girl.
Yeah, we don't need to say hot girl apartment. I mean, we know what's going on in his apartment.
I don't think there's anything hot girl about that apartment.
There's really
what's
not.
coming
Last
up on
time
the
I was over
computer.
there, I found his cat eating a chicken bone.
Oh,
His cat was eating a chicken. This guy's living in the fucking slum. What is that? What are you talking about? A cat was eating a chicken bone. Cats are not even chicken bones. But okay, What kind of, I mean, do you know how much money your brother makes?
Not enough to be spending $6,000 on OnlyFans. He works at like an Amazon warehouse.
I'm doing the math and it's not adding up.
No, it's definitely not adding up.
We live in the Midwest. Like 60K is pushing it.
Okay, yeah, wow.
So this was savings that he just blew through or something.
Holy shit. Oh my goodness.
Woof.
I mean, I feel that you were wondering how you bring it up, how you broach the topic. I mean, Jeremy, what do you think? She kind of, I think
you have to.
I think you have to bring it up, right?
I think you have to. And maybe you say, oh my gosh, I messed up. I spent
using your credit card
$6K on OnlyFans. Can you relate?
I also, can you relate to that?
Would like bringing it up to your brother be so deeply uncomfortable? Would he get upset? Do you know his type of reaction?
Yeah.
I think he would just be really quiet. And I think he'd be like, no, that wasn't me. Not the fart.
Not the fart.
Sorry. You think he would be quiet?
I think he would be so quiet and just be like, yeah, that wasn't me. Not me, dog. My card's been hacked. Like, that was not me.
Whoa.
I mean, I guess it's not to cover for your brother here, but I guess it's possible. That
I guess it could be.
Because that's so much money. Like, and over 4 hours, like.
Yeah, but if it was hacked, who's spending which hacker is going to OnlyFans?
I guess I was like, if you hack a card, you steal someone's credit card.
He got hacked by a hornier hacker.
So I was able to get into his email because this man has one password for everything, which is totally an invasion of privacy. I recognize that.
Wait, sorry, you got hacked into his email.
After I saw the $6,000, because at first I was like, he's been hacked.
Oh, no,
believable sister.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. And it was all.
Like, I got to find some receipts.
Okay.
I need to find some receipts here. And I found the creators, and they're sure enough, they're his type.
They're his type. So
sorry, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Wait, sorry, what does that mean?
They're his. It's not that the email came through to him. They're his type.
That wasn't enough. Which it would have been enough if you just saw that there were receipts. But you
didn't need to say that.
You didn't need to say that. Sorry. What do we call you? Defund? Defund. You did not need to say that they were your brother's type. Jesus. I mean, what are we talking about here? You were like,
that just makes me believe that it was completely intentional. So I think that defund is debunking that it was hacked.
I see. Okay. I
think that makes it legit. You feel me? I'm not weird.
Yeah, totally.
So I think you have to bring it up.
You have to.
I think you have to bring it up, but I think you can do it this way. Maybe even don't even say anything about OnlyFans. He knows what he's done.
Yeah.
Right? He's aware of what he's done.
That's fair.
I think you just go like, hey, sorry, I'm burping. Hey. Sorry, it sounded like brother, please. I think you have to be like, hey, like, your money in, money out this month was way higher than normal. Because like, I'm imagining it's like the disparity, just being like, hey, I'm looking at your statement and just like, I'm a little confused. It seems like your money was just way higher. Can you check your receipts, etc. on this? Because I want to make sure that you didn't get hacked. Like, because I don't think you need to bring it up at all. He will feel.
Well, how open are you guys about like talking about like relationships or sex stuff or anything like, do you guys have like a.
Yeah.
Super open. Like,
super open.
Easy to talk about.
Oh, then I think you can.
About. I don't worry about him feeling shameful, but I don't know how I tell him, like, I'm a hip person, $200 here and there. Have at it, my guy. Support the ladies. But like $6,000.
Sorry. $200 here and there is still a ton of money to spend on pornography.
Money to spend.
I understand that, yes, there's an argument to be made that like OnlyFans is supporting direct creators versus like sort of predatory companies. I get that. I'm hip with that, right?
And isn't like it like $5 or $10 at most?
Exactly my point. I'm like, $200. Like, that's a great, like a lot of these, I feel like they're pretty cheap subscription services. No? Yeah. I mean, I think that if you want to avoid an awkward moment, then just be like, hey,
that's impossible.
Yeah, I guess so. But just making him aware that he's spent way more money, he'll know what it was from.
Yeah. And if it does, I think maybe he talks to somebody, right? Like, there are those sex therapists that are very helpful.
That's a good point. Like, there are people that you can kind of chat, although I've heard that a lot of them are not the person.
What?
That like, so a lot of these sites will outsource the messaging to like third parties.
Right.
So as they're messaging, they'll be like, hey, like they think they're messaging with, you know, if you had one to be you, but you would have outsourced it to like literally India, and it would be messaging from other countries that are doing that. Yeah.
Aren't there though like a sex addiction places? Like
it does seem like that's a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
That's so much money that I mean, that's
if it happened, like it's so much money to go on a bender for that I'm like, like 6,000.
That's crazy.
If I had 24 hours and like blank check, I don't think I could spend 6,000 unless I went to go buy a car.
Also, again, I'm wondering, is the 6,000? It has to. You said it was a bunch of different, like he's loading up 200, loading up 300.
That's spending 6,000.
4 hours worth of microtransactions.
Microtransactions. That's insane.
I feel that you have to bring it up because it's like irresponsible for him to do that. Especially you said that he's got his hot girl apartment.
Yeah.
He's like working an Amazon gig economy job. Like you just want to set him up for success.
Yeah.
Like, I think financially.
Okay, here, is he trying to get a girlfriend?
You know, I don't know what goes on in his head sometimes. I don't know.
Maybe that's a bit like,
Maybe.
like if you want to like push yourself to meet real people, you got to take yourself offline.
Sure. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. I noticed you spent $6,000 on pornography.
Hey, bro. Notice you spent $6,000 on OnlyFans pornography. Why don't we get you to meet some real people
that could have been a substantial first date, like $6,000 on a first date.
Yeah.
That would be the craziest first date of all time. That would be insane. A $6,000 date. How could you even spend that much money on a date?
Yeah.
I mean,
The flip side of this problem is now, how do I tell my parents where all of his money went?
oh, because are they?
Right,
So how
so they don't know.
Well, first of all, I would say probably don't go in his email. I guess you are looking out for him. I guess, do you want to speak a little bit more on why it is that you're helping him? Like what, is he like have ADHD? There's something going on that you're obviously helping him live his life in some way. Do you want to speak a little bit more on that?
Yeah, he's got a super rare genetic abnormality. So I help him keep as much independence as he can possibly have.
Totally.
Which is why I have access to everything, because it's cooler if it's the little sister helping. It's lame if it's mom and dad helping. It's kind of how he sees the world, which
100%.
I totally get.
Okay, cool. Totally.
And I live way closer to him than my parents do.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
That makes so much sense. And okay, I think you have to bring it up to him in a sort of direct way. Because I also think because of the things you're saying, he may just be like, whatever, and ignore it unless you're like, this is a significant problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
I think it doesn't have to be like urgent emergency.
Stop watching porn.
Yeah. Yo, kids, get off that porn.
Right.
Because
my whole thing is like, I don't want to squander his sexual urges, whatever. He totally deserves to have that in the privacy of his home, but this feels like a problem.
Yeah, there are millions of lifetimes worth of pornography on the internet. Gratis.
And there's healthy ways to have a sexual habitat.
Habitat.
I think
sexual habitat. A sexual habitat, which sounds like his hot girl apartment.
Hot girl apartment. Let's get the chicken bones out of there and let's block OnlyFans.
His cat gnawing on a chicken bone to him at the computer for 4 hours.
Oh my God.
I mean, I do think that, like, I think it's got to be a direct conversation, but you don't have to speak on it for long, and I would have an out plan. Like, before you go over, you're hanging out, I would do it in person. On the phone feels like, again, I get what you're saying. Like, you want him to feel independent and like you're not scolding him.
No.
And like it's like his little sister
and
scolding
you don't
him.
want to shame him too.
Yes, correct. And I think it'd just be like, hey, I was looking at your finances and like I noticed you spent like $6,000 extra that you didn't spend last month. I don't even really want to go into what you spent it on. I think that you know, but we should just be careful of that because we want to have you save so you can do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Like, I think that will be enough. You know him better than I do, obviously. But I would say that like it requires direct intervention because he could like get a credit card and keep blowing it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a dangerous financial habit.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then maybe even add like and if you are figuring out your own sexuality or like you can go talk to a sex therapist or a sex addict.
That's a good point. I mean, there's some addiction. It's $6,000 is so much money.
$6,000 is so specific.
$6,000 is so many dollars.
It's so many dollars that like there's
in 4 hours.
Yeah.
In 4 hours.
Unless he's being financially dominated, which is the thing.
Whoa, but microtransactions.
That's a good point.
to be sexually dominated by $6.75 a purchase is insane.
Yeah. I think you got to bring it up and probably do it in a way where you know that you're going to leave afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of a conversation.
And hey, by the way,
I noticed you spent $6,000 on beating it. I would love to.
And yeah, I know they're your type.
I'm so sorry to talk about your brother this way, but you did call in. I will say best of luck, and also final piece of advice: Fancy Feast. Let's get that kitty some actual. Let's get that kitty some food.
That cat deserves all the accolades. Miles, this might be the best advice you've ever given. This is real.
Thanks,
this is a real problem,
baby.
and you may have fixed it.
Well, best of luck. I mean, you're doing an amazing thing, like looking out for your brother and, like keeping him on track. So I would just say you got to bring it up, and you're a good sister.
You're a really good sis.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Defund. Bye.
Bye, Defund.
Bye, Defund. Wow. That's incredible. I still, the amount of money is unfathomable to me.
You know what's sick?
What?
I'm kind of proud of him.
You're like, I can't believe you did this.
I can't believe how. That's a feat. It's like watching an Olympian.
Like, I really don't think, like, even if I was like, okay, I have an hour, like Amazon cart, Mr. Beast style, loading an Amazon, it would be difficult to get to that amount of money without like some big purchases.
Yes.
And even then I'd be like, wait, are we sure? Yeah. That's just so fucking crazy.
You'd have to do it $100, 60 times? Yeah.
You have to do $100
60 times. I'm just doing math over here.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we've got to get to another call because people are struggling out
Let's
there.
freaking do it.
That was crazy. Literally porn addiction. Okay.
Okay, porn addiction.
Okay, porn
Go
addiction.
Off, porn addiction.
Go off, P. Do you play D&D?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah,
What's your class?
Dude, I got multiple classes.
Oh, fucking wait. That's so sick.
Yeah, dude.
That's actually awesome.
You playing?
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3? Are you playing Baldur's Gate?
Dude, yeah.
Whoa, dude. Third playthrough just finished.
My tab is so hot.
My tab is literally a pimp with this big penis. It is crazy. You can see their swinging penis.
Yeah, great, wild.
Yeah, pretty wild. You just have a game where, like, when I was a kid, I would have dreamed that one day I could play a game where I could see my characters hog. And, like, there's so much nudity in the game. So it's like,
much.
Oh my God. Like, if I was a child and this game came out, I wouldn't need to spend $6,000 on porn.
No, I would just play Baldur's Gate.
Hey, Miles. I had a meeting with, like, the director of my company today, and I just, like, fear that I was too honest. Yeah, and I could use some advice on, like, facing everybody at work tomorrow.
Facing everybody at work makes it sound like she was like spilling secrets.
Ooh, yeah.
Have you ever worked in a corporate environment?
Does it look like it? Actually,
One
time for 4 months I got fired.
Where would you work?
I worked at this company called It was a very short-lived YouTube channel.
No way.
They made I loved the people that worked there.
Yeah.
They made some of the worst content I've ever seen in my life. And now people are going to find it. And I shouldn't have said the name. Please.
Do you want me to bleep it?
Bleep it. Bleep
Okay,
it.
I'll actually bleep it.
Just bleep the YouTube name so they have to go digging.
Yeah,
I'm fine with them finding it. They just really have to work.
Yeah, they work for it. Yeah, I mean, I worked at Paperless Post as a receptionist. I was very bad at my job. I mostly was just like Googling shit on my fucking, like they were asking me to do all this stuff and I was like, I'm not going to be here in 3 months. They would be like, and so in a couple months, like we had to start prepping for this big project and I'm like, I'm going to be gone before that. I'm not doing a lick of this. And it was a joy.
Literally, yeah. So corporate, I don't know what you can do there. I do have a little taste, but
it sounds terrible.
It also sounds like maybe she just went off.
You think she went off on her boss?
Yeah.
She absolutely went off.
She went off. The workplace environment is stinky.
This is one of the stinkier environments I've ever literally seen.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Jeremy Culhane.
Oh my God. Hello.
Very dramatic
Very
pause
dramatic
right there.
pause on our end. We were waiting. It sounded like you hung up and or got hit by a truck. Jeremy, can I have a fake name for this person, please?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Hello.
Alicia, why don't you tell me what type of job that you have and what type of tea that you spilled?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
I'm a corporate girly in pharma. Yeah.
Alicia, no!
Big Pharma.
Sorry, Big Pharma rep calls in. Alicia's
To be fair, I do early stage research for on cancer drugs.
That's
okay,
great.
that's good.
That's good. Maybe say that instead.
Yeah, maybe lead with that, Alicia.
Not corporate girly in pharma.
You're like, I'm putting fentanyl into the hands of the people. Okay, so got it. You're a corporate pharma girly, and you're working on cancer drugs. You work in research. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
I do fun things with gross cells. So
Fun things with gross cells. You're like
Talk
building
about
a.
my Saturday night.
Am I right?
What could that mean?
What could that possibly mean? Fun things with gross cells. But got it. So you're doing research. You're in a lab. There's sort of a Bunsen burner, etc. Now, talk to me about the tea that you spilled to your boss.
the industry isn't quote unquote doing great, but like, I mean, I think we all know why the industry isn't really doing great. And that's just like,
Yeah.
You know, they always say the film industry and big pharma are really struggling right now.
And sorry, I just want to cut you off right now. Is the pharma industry not doing great? It feels like it's the biggest it's ever been. Trump is literally shoveling cash out of poverty into the mouths of pharma representatives.
well, I mean, the pharma industry isn't doing great in the sense that like CEOs are making less profit than they did during COVID. Like,
got it. So
RIP
they're like,
you guys
the return
aren't
on
making as much money, bummer. But
Right.
I think that that's the tea that I kind of spilt, though, was like, I had a meeting with
The economic
director
tea?
of my company, and he was asking for an honest opinion, and I think I was a little too honest.
Because you described the stock market?
Yeah, you were like, you suck, actually. You described to a pharma executive the truth. They don't want the truth, okay, Alicia? What did you say exactly?
Well, they've been saying a lot about patient centricity, and they've been telling us, like, we're not really doing good enough at our job.
Okay.
Okay.
And we should think about the patients more. Because we, like, want to do this for the patients, right? Like, you guys want to like make people feel better, like cure diseases, and like they've been using that against us a little bit.
That's so fucking crazy. Here's a sick child that died because they won't have the medicine they need.
And it's your fault, huh? You're not working over hours.
That's right.
You?
It's your fucking fault. That's so crazy because like the main problem with the pharma chain is at the top. It's not the people who are making medicine to help people. It's like
people
obviously
actively working to get people addicted to that medicine.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
So you said what? You were basically like, well, I don't think it's about this specifically. It's like there's a bigger problem at hand.
Yeah, I like said patient centricity is a little ripe when we can only work on something for like a year and then priority shift. So like, or like,
right.
I also maybe had mentioned that like if unless the population size is too small and you can't make money off of it. And I think that I towed the line a little bit hard, but it is he's a chill dude.
I think you should feel empowered.
I think you should feel empowered too. I think what you did was the right thing to
definitely
do.
Did the right thing.
But it might have been problematic for you personally at work.
Who is there people in work that would sound off against you or be like, hey, you push too hard? Or like, is that the feedback that you thought you got? Or is it more just like, hey, I feel like I may have said something a little too combative and now I'm scared that I'm just generally scared.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah. I think that I got like pretty okay feedback because like out of all of the like director level people in the office, he is like the most chill out of all of he has the most emotional intelligence out of all of them. And so I think that was like part of the conversation was how do we bring emotional intelligence into this corporate space? But I'm also like
the question on every corporation's mind.
How do we bring emotional intelligence into
that's
big pharma?
why they developed AI.
That's exactly right. So the question is, how do we bring emotional intelligence into the big pharma? How does Pfizer sort of be emotional about it? And I think the answer is, unfortunately, you are doing a good thing in a bad company.
Yeah.
And that is ultimately the problem. Jeremy, sound awful. I fixed the light.
Okay. So I think you should feel empowered. I feel like you should wear a big hat or something tomorrow to really like double down.
I love an empowered hat.
An empowered hat?
Yeah. What if you wear a hat that says "fuck pharma"?
Yeah.
You know, like, and you're like,
yeah.
what? I'm just excited to be here, right? Like, there is something.
I'm excited to be here. I'm bringing emotional intelligence.
That's right. I'm bringing that emotional intelligence.
And my emotions are a little upset. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to fire me?
You going to fire me?
You want to try to fire me?
I know everything. I'll go public. I'll be a whistleblower. So what do you want?
we have a cookie swap tomorrow, a Valentine's Day cookie swap.
There's something so funny about a pharma company's cookie swap on Valentine's Day, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
There's something there.
There's something good about it. A pharma company, they're like, we're sharing cookies.
Just
like
cookie.
something.
Everybody bring a cookie.
They're kind of fun because, like, so the other part about pharma is that it's so diverse. So, like,
yeah.
I have someone bringing in their mother's Taiwanese cookie recipe, and then another person bringing a like traditional Indian style cookie, and it's like,
okay, wait,
it's pretty vibes.
Maybe
but
we
like,
go.
yeah,
Can we?
I think that there's a possibility we can bring emotional intelligence into the corporate office, but like,
right.
What do you have a big plan for your cookie? And is it going to be an emotional intelligent cookie?
Maybe. It's going to be a diverse cookie in any way that my white ass can bring.
Sorry, diverse cookie at the pharma mixer is really
I
something
think you got to get your priorities straight.
I
don't think you have to worry about that.
Don't try to bring a diverse cookie
Let's not
to
try
the
to
pharma
do
mixer.
big swings at the pharma mixer. Big cookie swings at the pharma mixer.
Pharma cookie swap. Okay? I mean, I think your ultimate issue is that you are a cog in a very broken machine, but what you do is good.
Yeah.
And so are you worried that you're going to be retaliated against, your boss is going to be pissed at you or something like that? Like,
it's going to be awkward.
Yeah,
it's gonna
exactly.
Be uncomfortable.
What would you like advice specifically on?
I mean, so I'm like, I guess I'm just like nervous to go into the office because I'm like, oh shit. It's just like we immediately had different meetings after, and I was like, okay, never got to like follow up on like,
right.
I'm just like, ooh, how do I face this as a proud and like still, I think that I went from being like a very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed scientist like early in my career to this person to like someone who kind of is more jaded to the entire industry. And I'm like,
completely fine.
oh no.
I think that, by the way, from my perspective, that is totally fine.
Yeah.
And like, you're probably having a transformation that works against the whims of the executives at the top, but ultimately is like a voice that needs to be heard in a machine like this.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's people like you that's standing up to the man that's going to make the man actually maybe change a little.
Yeah, like maybe
it's going to come internally.
Agreed. Like a scientist at a company like this is probably the best postured person to bring up something like this softly because you're somebody that they need, right? And maybe respect. So I think that what you're doing is great. Now, my philosophy on feedback at work and like getting what you want typically is like, go hard in the meeting. And like, you know, if you have a meeting or whatever, I think this is true for everyone. If you're looking for a raise, if you're looking for whatever, go super hard in the meeting. Like, hey, I want to be paid more. I don't think I'm being paid. Yada, yada, yada. Here are all the issues. Here's my laundry list of things that are problems. Next day, you show up, big smile, cookies on your plate.
Yeah.
Act like everything's normal.
The whitest cookies.
The whitest cookies, not diverse at all. But because it's like what they want is to help the person that's like in a good, jolly mood.
Yeah.
But you are like basically making yourself intensely heard in a meeting, and they're like, holy shit, I'm gonna have to deal with this. And then you come around and it's like, yeah, I'm still in a good mood. I'm still gonna do my job. But then every time we have a meeting, I'm gonna bring up these issues again.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are typically the people that get helped in a work scenario.
And are heard.
Yeah.
Because like the people above you probably don't understand either. And it's clarifying for them. Because a lot of the time you think they're going to be like, no, that's not the truth. But the good ones will be like, oh, I should listen to my employees. Huh?
Yes, right. But if you if you go in and then you're like awkward and you're nervous and you're sort of like, yeah, like it's that meeting we had, it prolongs the annoying thing that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Instead of them being like, oh yeah, they mentioned this thing, and now they're like they're a team player, and then they're back and whatever, and then the next meeting you bring it up again, right? And then it's kind of, I feel like that dance. That's how I feel that I've gotten any sort of change or raises or promotions in my career is by doing that, where it's like you want to be annoying, but not so annoying that they don't want to help you.
Yeah,
and I think that might be basically if you're trying to enact change in your workplace, I think that's the better way to do it. But also, you know, look, bring your sugar cookies to the party.
And wear some big hat.
I think a big hat that says pharma cookie.
Pharma cookie.
You know, maybe a cookie shaped like a little pill.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, I like that.
That's fun.
And then another one shaped like a heroin needle.
Trixie Mattel just put out a vegan, like kind of pre-made cookie dough that's little hearts.
I like
and
that.
I'm like, those are the cutest things ever. And we love no dairy because not all of us are tough like you, Miles. Can't handle the dairy. So
I didn't know that about you, dude.
That's actually, yeah, I drink milk wholeheartedly. And when I say wholeheartedly, I mean whole right into my heart, into my veins. Are you not on the whole train? Are you doing what?
Oat.
Soy? Oat?
Oh, you heard how fragile my body is.
By the way, I forgot that.
You think this kid can handle dairy? Lactose?
hot girls have IBS.
What about yogurt? What about yogurt? We eating yogurt?
Yogurt I'll do every once in a while, but it's usually the oat yogurt.
But isn't it oat yogurt? Ugh.
Yogurt.
Bacteria.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Wait a second. I copyright that.
That's crazy. That's business. Well, Alicia, yeah, it seems like you're doing the Lord's work.
Hey, you
over
did
there.
great. I
You
wouldn't
did
worry.
great. I wouldn't worry at all. And I also
They're not going to bring it up.
No.
And
They don't wanna deal with it.
You can just, even if you feel anxious, stand strong.
stand strong and
Stand
be like,
strong and like it.
hey, how's the wife? How's the kids?
Chin high.
How's the hubby? And then you're like, actually,
Try this vegan cookie.
Try this vegan cookie. It has,
Aren't they
it has
cute?
fentanyl in it. That's right. This is what you're giving to the fucking
they
people. Aren't they cute?
I put the Coke back in Coca-Cola here, okay?
Yes,
Ooh,
perfect.
That's honestly a good idea for a pitch just at a company meeting.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. Best of luck and
Save some cookies for us.
save some cookies first because we'll be right there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Miles.
Thank you. Bye. Wow.
Wow.
The bureaucracy of a big pharma workplace.
Corporate girly at a big pharma.
At a big pharma Valentine's
Tonight on
Day cookie.
CBS.
Honestly, that's a great idea. Corporate girly at a big pharma
pharma.
cookie mixer.
I guess the advice was don't be worried.
Oh,
You got
yeah,
it.
pretty much. Or I think I do feel that way about promotions. It's like you have to be annoying, you have to be firm.
It's also like this
Then be in a
is
good
like
mood.
a masculine, feminine thing too. Unfortunately, there's
yeah, for sure.
like misogyny in the workplace.
100%.
That we say things and we go like we're gonna be fine,
Yeah.
but women feel like they might be retaliated against.
100%.
Man,
I do feel that I've often been like, I don't know, when any workplace I'm in, I'm always like advocating for the younger people to be like, you should ask for more money. You should like do
always.
this shit. Like, because it's so, especially female, employees, because they are often getting underpaid, whatever, no matter what the workplace is.
Dang, you're such an ally. I didn't
Sorry.
realize that about you.
Actually, that's awesome to say about me. Let's take one more call.
Hi, Miles.
Hi.
I need
Hi.
your help sneaking a mini fridge into my office. I'm a grad student and how to hide it from my mentor. Because, I want a mini fridge, but I don't think I'm allowed to have one, and I don't want her to find out that it's in there. So, thanks. Call me back.
This feels like an open and shut case. This doesn't feel like a problem at all.
Mentor.
Sorry, why does your mentor not want you to eat? No perishable food.
I am your mentor.
Have you ever had somebody you would describe? I have friends that are like, well, my mentor. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a quote unquote mentor.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm like,
I love the idea though.
sounds great.
Like sitting and just learning from them.
That sounds awesome. I've
sounds
never
so
had
Greek.
that in my life. Yeah, it sounds very Greek, very Socrates.
It sounds like you go on walks and you just go like, after the walk, you go like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that really helped. Or like someone's really looking out for me. I've never had that in my life. All right, let's call this person back and find out how to get this fridge. There's a lot of cool mini
Past
fridges.
their mentor.
Who's sitting with a billy club.
That doesn't sound like a mentor. That sounds like a guard.
It sounds like a person.
A troll.
A troll with riddles 3.
Hello?
Hello, you called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Jeremy Culhane, and we have got answers for you.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
The dramatic pause
This is incredible. Jeremy, what's the big name for this person?
Sophia Coppola.
Sophia, why don't you tell me what type of program you are in grad style and why you want the fridge in your office?
So I am actually in a program for a medical clinical psychology PhD program.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna
Medical
go into
clinical
big pharma?
psychology. Very cool. The brain, the body.
The brain.
How they're connected.
I got some
somatic.
questions.
There we go. Jeremy's got
And I
some
got
questions.
some questions
I
for
got
you.
a couple questions for you. Okay, so you're in a program, and how big is your grad program?
My cohort is about 9 people. There's usually between like 7 to 11 people per year because you're in it for about 5 years.
Okay.
Grilling.
Very thrilling. Extremely thrilling.
7 to 11? That's insane.
That's crazy. And also 9 people for 7 to 11 years? Sorry, we're not even listening. Not 7 to 11 people for 5 years?
Yeah.
That's actually
and
kind of
9 now? That's insane. That's right in the middle.
That's actually pretty intimate, I feel. For 5 whole years and you only see the same 7 people.
That gotta be fucking.
Is anybody fucking?
Oh, well, listen, I moved to Alabama for this program and everyone's married.
Oh, but isn't anyone fucking?
Yeah.
That hasn't stopped anyone before.
That's true. Yeah, no one's ever gone to grad school in a program and been like, these 7 people are the only people that I'm going to be around. So, got it. So you're there. You're married. Are you married as well?
No, I'm from California actually, but I moved to Alabama for this program. So, no.
Dude, the beach. Dude. So you're there. You're the only unmarried one? This is going to affect the advice.
Yeah. So no, I'm not. Luckily, one other person in my cohort is unmarried. But the thing is, in my office is someone who is not in my cohort. They're a few years further into the program than I am.
And are they married? And is there a will they won't they between you, the unmarried other one, and the
when you guys were walking,
did
you accidentally run into each other and both drop your books? And you're like, oh, I'm late.
See, this is the actual advice I need. No, I wish. The other person in my lab is married and also is a woman, and I'm straight. So unfortunately.
And the only other single one is unfathomably undesirable.
So obsessed with psychology.
Yeah, too into psychology for me to date. Okay, got it. Well, now you want a mini fridge. Now, why do you think that you're not allowed to have a mini fridge? What the hell is that?
Who is this mentor and why do they have a gun?
Oh, I love this question. So, our office, we moved into it. We used to be in a different office, and we moved into this one in like August of last year. And there used to be like a fridge. Yes, I know. It's a bigger office. It's really nice. There's like big windows now. And we, as a lab, because there are coordinators in my lab and there's a lot of different people. And we had pitched for asking for a microwave and a fridge since we're there all the time. Like I'm there longer than the coordinators are, and so is the other person in my lab. And our PI, who's like known to be a little challenging, said, absolutely not. It's going to make food smells.
So they don't know how food works.
Yeah, they don't know how food works.
Because they thought I guess the microwave could make food smells.
Yeah.
But the fridge wouldn't necessarily make a food smell.
Yeah. No.
Right?
Unless you leave it in there
and then unplug it.
And throw it against the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so your PI, is that what you said?
Private investigator.
Yeah, sorry. So your PI is like your mentor. It stands for private investigator. They're the person who like has all the funding and does the research.
It is a private investigator.
Sorry, it is.
Can I hire them for some cold case?
That's crazy. Why are they called the private investigator? Because they do all the research?
Yeah, so when they apply for the grant, they're the like primary person who is on the grant. So they're called, that's what they're called.
Whoa.
So, all right. So we want to find a way because your PI said no fridge. Now, they're not in your exact office, right? They're just nearby?
Yeah. So there's there's a main office, and then they're in one of the rooms, and me and the other person in my lab, we're in a different room.
Well, we're going to play a game called What's the Worst That Could Happen?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you could possibly happen? If
they're a private investigator, they could have a gun, actually.
They could actually maybe have a gun and a knife
and
a
dark
badge.
past.
Yeah, and a dark past. They could show
the reason why they're not a detective anymore.
That's right. They do have stakeout capabilities, so you want to watch out for that for sure.
They have clue putting together capabilities.
Binoculars. Yeah, they're like, I smell food. Sniffing around. I mean, I do have a really good piece of advice. So mini fridge technology has come a really long way. What are you keeping in there? You want to keep a couple beverages, your lunch for the day?
Yeah, that's our goal.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Guess what looks like a fridge?
What looks like a fridge?
Sorry, I'm realizing now that I shouldn't have paused.
Guess what looks like a fridge? Answer me.
Sorry.
Was that to me?
I'm realizing now that I should have answered my own question. I paused for too long.
Fridge. Let's play it. No, that doesn't look like a fridge. That doesn't look like a fridge.
I'm realizing now I should have asked the rhetorical and then answered myself. Guess what looks like a fridge? An air purifier.
Yeah.
My goal for you is that you get a little mini fridge and you put it in a box and you're like, oh yeah, I just got an air purifier for the office.
Yes, I was thinking lab coat.
Yeah, you put a lab coat on it. I think you bring it in and then you put like maybe a little sign on it that says air purifier.
Air purifier.
Because you can get little like mini fridges that are basically just a little cube that goes under your desk and then put just like a little grill on the top, a little sticker on it.
Yeah.
And it looks like an air purifier, right?
That's good.
And why don't they want it to be food smells, by the way? That actually didn't track as reasonable.
Yeah.
They don't want it to smell like food. It's your office. Who cares?
I agree with you there. And also, when we moved labs, we recently had this whole thing where like me and the other person were in a completely different office, even though our lab moved into this office. And one day we got an email saying like, you got to be out by the end of the day. So it was this whole dramatic thing. And so we're expected to be in there when we're not in class or in clinic, like all day.
Oh, why?
So if I'm gonna be there all day, I want my food to be like preserved.
I think that you can fight this.
I think push back.
But I would maybe. Well, do you think she should push back or just do it?
I think my suggestion is get a big fridge.
Full size?
And put a full size fridge. They go like, this is too big. And you go, okay, well, I guess we'll put a mini fridge in here.
That is also not a bad idea. I like that idea a lot, actually.
You give them the choice of two options that you want.
Exactly, right. Oh, I guess I'll have to get a little one. I guess I have to figure out
I
what to
guess
put
I'll
this
get
fridge.
the small one.
Yeah.
Then.
Unfortunately, for this plan, you have to buy a main size fridge, which is really unfortunate. But
See, that would have been so much better.
Yeah, I think the mini fridge air purifier one is
that's good.
It's good. And to me,
How
it's
do
like
we sneak it into the office, like past her door?
Are they?
Is she watching again? Is
watching
she a
at
real
all
private
times?
investigator?
Yeah.
She's always watching. She's always got her eyes out on what's happening.
Somebody
in the lab.
go in and go like, oh my God, I'm having the worst psychological emergency.
Yeah, I think
turn to the window, make a dramatic move to the window. She'll naturally want to go there, and then you.
You're going with like Hitman coin logic, like flip a coin and it dings by the window. She turns around, run the fridge behind her,
or you put it in a suitcase and you say, I'm actually heading out of town today, and I just needed to grab my.
What's in the suitcase?
It's my clothes. Because I'm catching my flight, but I left.
I'd like to borrow some clothes.
Beat a sweat.
I do think that like. I think it makes sense for you to have this
big box.
Big box, I think is totally normal. Lab coat over it.
Oh, get a puppy, get a dog. Bring a dog into the office.
Release a dog into the office.
Oh, I got off the leash, and then you sprint by with the fridge.
Also, I think you could. The other person in your office wants the fridge, right?
Yeah, and if you get it into your place, you'll be good.
Because if you have the other person or you go over and go into her office and close the door, the other one can sneak the fridge
maybe
by.
like pretending like you want to hook up with her.
Hey, hey, I was wondering if maybe we could hook up.
I actually have some feelings. I've been
oh my
back.
God, that makes my skin tingle.
Close the door. You hear the fridge go. She goes like, me too. And then beat a sweat. Wait a second. I gotta go potty.
Putting your lunch in. I think that I think you can sneak it by.
Or
late night.
Last minute pitch.
Please.
You buy stinky food. You leave it in the place. Yes. She goes, what's that smell? Oh, it's my lunch. It's gone bad because I don't have a mini fridge.
That's actually not a bad idea. Also. Sorry, that's my lunch. It went bad from this morning.
This morning because I didn't have a mini fridge.
It's raw fish.
It's
a poke bowl.
It's a poke bowl
that I got
and beef
yesterday.
bulgogi.
And beef bulgogi that went bad. She's like, Jesus, are you okay? You start throwing up.
If only I had a fridge of some sort.
I do think that, by the way, you sneaking it in and she says anything, you say that. Like, look, we're in here a lot. Like, I want to make sure that I'm here for my students and for my research. I take my job very seriously. So I want to make sure that I can, use the fridge, etc.
Yeah.
But I think wheeling this puppy by when she's not there, she goes to fucking lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's going to
goes
notice.
to fuck and lunch.
Fuck and lunch with your coworker who's married. But
I'm loving the dog in the office pitch. That's a good one.
Oh, that's the one you went for.
He spits a lot.
So we solved a lot, but you went with the dog in the office.
You said, I want a dog.
Yeah, but I'll just use my cat.
Oh, really good. Kitty in the office.
My cat ran here from my house.
No way. Fridge. Yeah, somehow it doesn't play in there. But thank you so much. What was the name we gave you?
Sophia Coppola.
Sophia Coppola.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Love your movies.
Love your movies, Sophia. Thank you so much. And best of luck on your research on the human brain.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good luck. Lots
Wow.
of medical stuff.
A lot of medical stuff.
Sex addiction.
Sex addiction. Porn addiction.
Big
pharma.
pharma. And psychology.
And eating cold food.
And eating cold food.
I think the microwave might be the tough order. She might just have to start with the
Microwave is the thing that she doesn't want.
What
The
about
boss
the
wants.
air fryer? Really would.
Dude,
Crisp it.
I fucking air fryer. I fuck with an air fryer.
Do you have an air fryer?
Yeah.
Which kind?
I got the 12 quart or 8 quart. I don't know what it's called.
I have the Drew Barrymore air fryer.
No.
And I have to simply say, I think it's the best one on the market.
What?
It's like mint green.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking.
Is it big though?
It's like this big.
And how big is the? Yeah. That's the same.
The basket is like this big.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's nice. But also, it's like got a B in cursive on it.
And you're like, Drew.
And she's
What are
like,
you
I am
doing?
so excited for you to make whatever.
That's a good Drew. I am so
excited for you to make Trader Joe's Mandarin Orange Chicken. I feel like we're not doing Drew Barrymore at all. I don't
You
know
were
what
really
we're
close the
doing.
first time.
What was I doing?
And
there?
then we went like Minnesota.
Mandarin Orange Chicken.
Gosh, I am so
Excited to make a Mandarin. I mean, the air fryer, like the air fryer walked so Trader Joe's could run.
Yeah.
Like it really is like a Trader Joe's kind of.
Literally, it's like
They should sell their own.
I know.
A Trader Joe's air fryer.
Would you buy it? And you know what? It would be too small.
This is the final segment of the show. Oh my God. This is the segment we like to call Get Real, where we force a genuine moment in an effort to learn more about each other and ourselves. Now,
Love
obviously, we got quite real at the beginning of the show.
No, that was a lie.
It was all a lie.
It was all a lie.
It was a
this whole
fib.
time. It was a big fib.
It was a big fib. But Jeremy, you're on the show. You're silly Billy. Silly guy.
You're a silly guy too.
Hey, thanks, man. But what's something that's what's the goal for you? When will it be enough? When will you be happy? Doing all this fun stuff. Your name up in
Wow.
lights.
Ugh.
But what is it in it for you? Are you still freaking hunkering down? And
I'm hunkering down.
How you feeling about the journey of it all? And what's something you're like working towards?
You know, Miles, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm always and obviously always working for the never-ending quest of power. Turn that shit up.
Like Frodo.
Yeah. I'm trying to destroy the ring, but at the end I'll not.
No way.
Yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying to get better at enjoying the journey.
I feel that.
You know, there's so much good and so I have so much fun. I got to just do this.
Hey.
Wait, what is this? Wednesday?
Rainy Wednesday?
Rainy Wednesday, and I just get to laugh for 2 hours.
That is, by the way, I do think that's kind of the number one thing is just to, I'm trying to do that more because also like,
it started again. Yeah, thank you.
I do feel that in this business, there's the goalposts keep moving, they keep going
Yes.
up. It's like
everything changes. The industry goes into this. and that,
everything
and
I
that.
wanted last year, I kind of got a bunch of it, and then
That's
it's
great.
like I got the next.
But
it goes
it
up
doesn't
again.
feed it.
It doesn't feed the beast inside of
Yeah.
me. So I am trying to every day just be like, wow, how fucking lucky am I to be able to do the
Yes.
things I do? And I was watching something recently. It was like one of those cool animations on YouTube, but it was just about how gratitude extends the quality of her life, and it's the only defining thing that makes like the difference between happy people and unhappy people is just kind of gratitude.
Yes.
Like, and that's true across pretty much all things.
Yeah.
And I'm just
And
trying
I
to
think
do it.
like my mindset, mind body stuff to go back for it.
Yeah.
My body is usually pretty happy, but my mindset can be sad.
Yeah.
And it's just letting my body take over. And the body doesn't speak English. So you just got to you got to let it express itself.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
if you go for a walk and you look around
Yeah.
and you take in this music's really welling. It's beautiful. If you take in some seagulls or some birds.
Seagulls? This far inland, they have to be rabid.
Okay. Reservoir has tons of seagulls. Please find me the ocean. I'm so lost.
Fuck is the ocean?
If you ever just look up the sky, the seagulls are screaming, "Ah, I'm so lost!" Then your mind can just be at ease, rather than my mind going like, I can only remember the hard, the sad, how I'm not there yet.
No, I hear that too. I totally agree. Well, what is something that right now you are like? What's a problem you're working through right now?
Okay. You know what I actually talked to my therapist about yesterday?
Here we go.
I really have a lot of guilt with like dealing with the fact that I'm privileged.
Oh yeah,
and that we are privileged.
Of course.
I watched this great documentary called Soundtrack to the Coup d'Etat, which is up for an Oscar. Great. I'm trying to binge the Oscar movies. Such a good movie, but partially devastating because it's about how the CIA, in tandem with the Belgian government and the UN, took down the first democratically elected Congolese prime minister, and he got freedom for Congo. He was the guy who basically fought for freedom for Congo. And it's devastating.
It's so
And now you look at Congo and there's genocide, civil war, all this stuff. So I was dealing with that. And in the documentary, there was this one guy, they talked to this one mercenary who just talks about like, when they hire me, I go in. And you're like, you just know this guy's bad.
Yeah.
And so that made me go like, humans are cruel.
Yeah.
What we worked on is going like, we are not we. I am me. I am not cruel.
Yeah.
I strive to be good and I strive to be light.
Yeah.
You are a mercenary bad person.
Yes.
And you're making your own choices, but your choices don't dictate how good I am.
Yeah, right. It's
You
almost
know?
like obviously right now, like politically the world is a fucking mess.
Yes.
Like, it's also depressing. I think that is important to try to distinguish like everything into one bit. And it's like, I am so fucking upset about this, as are hundreds of millions of other people are also looking at this being like, what the fuck? Right. So like that does bring me solace. And it's like unity like that is important, where it's like, oh yeah, like right now the predominant thing we are all seeing is like how fucked up and horrible everything is.
Yes.
And so many people are pissed and upset and angry about it. And that is good.
Yeah.
Like that does bring me.
And that was also like, the documentary is great because it did bring a weird, uncomfortable sense of like solace of going like, look, the government's always been fucking
evil,
shitty and evil.
Totally. Yeah.
We're just seeing it more because these people are bad at doing it secretly.
Yeah, right. And it's like they're
so obvious with their moves.
They used to secretly like take down, you know.
That was like literally
man, that's fucking
Eisenhower specific. He was on quote saying, I want to get this guy assassinated.
It's just, it's like a scab. It is sort of like, I feel like it is a scab. And like from growing up in the 90s and then the 2000s, and now it's just like you pick the scab more and more, and it's just there's like, more.
Oh my!
You're like, holy
God.
Shit! This is all so like tough. But again, the thing that brings me, you know, any sense of solace is being like, a lot of other people also feel this way. Like it's like a lot of other people also feel this is totally fucking corrupt.
Yes.
And my hope also is being like, okay, like, even though it is worst case scenario in politics, my hope is that the class divide will be the thing that unites people, even though hopefully, you know, whatever.
They keep on trying to divide us.
They keep trying to divide. But I am like, that's the thing. It's not anything else.
Yeah.
Everything else is also computers. It's just like most people don't have any fucking money, and these people have all the money.
Yes.
Like that's the difference.
That is literally the difference.
The only difference that is to be made. And it's like, you know, if that can become a message that everyone hears, which, you know, who knows, but then things might get a little bit better. But I got to watch that fucking documentary.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, that's
long.
crazy. It's long.
And it's like
intense.
Well, it's a crazy documentary because you're kind of sitting going like, what? Because there's not a narrator.
Oh, really?
It's just like jazz music during the 50s and 60s put against what was happening in Congo.
Oh my God.
Because they were using a lot of these jazz musicians as ambassadors, American ambassadors to spread the goodwill of America through jazz, basically. Like, but what the jazz musicians didn't know is that there were CIA operatives within their own parties, like within their own travel things, making sure, meeting up the places, aligning things, and, you know, getting everything set.
Oh, fuck. I have to watch that. That sounds good. What's the name of it?
Soundtrack to a Coup d'Etat.
Soundtrack to a Coup d'Etat.
It's good.
I'm going to fucking watch that maybe tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for coming on the show.
This is awesome.
Dude, this was a blast to have you. I really appreciate you doing this. Where can people find you online?
You can find me on TikTok at Jazzy Jelly and Instagram at Jazzy__jelly.
No fucking way.
An 8-year-old has the regular one. And no matter how much I offer her, she will not take it.
God damn it. Well, you got anything you're working on coming up? You want people promote artists on artists and artists?
Oh yeah. yeah, come out and check out Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. Our podcast, Miles has a very, very funny episode.
That's so funny.
That's where we bonded. We were like,
yeah.
I get you, dude.
I was like,
I see you.
This guy. No, that was a joy. That was so fun.
So fun. Check it out at Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists on YouTube, Spotify, any podcast place.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, check out the pod, check out Jeremy. And if you've got a problem you're not quite sure how to solve, just remember that no matter where you are or who you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.